8 storytellers carve new streams through the wooded earth. In the landscape's vastness and solitude, the crafts bring them together, changing as they grow and being changed in return.
I had no idea of anything when I got here.
He said make a film with no guidelines whatsoever.
The excitement for this specific project kind of shot up.
Hambidge inspires courage to be yourself in the isolation.
I want to be honest. Like I'm still in doubt. I'm not sure what I'm gonna have.
All right, so we're rolling.
Cool.
No, I think we're set. Stuff.
Yeah.
Things that are like,
Can you look and see if your mic is still taped in there?
Yeah.
Awesome. And a lot of these kind of pieces is not about me as a filmmaker, like the way I want to spin a story. Like I want to tell the truth, I want to tell their truth and their version of it, and I want them to be okay with it. So the fact that she didn't want this to be all about her, and I'm thinking, well, this is a challenge for me because I want this to be a real human connection, a human story. She wanted it to be basically about the work and the series, or about the series in itself. So I had to sort of pull back on asking, more of the emotional side, like, how's this make you feel? Is this uncomfortable? She was like, no, this is just about the series, and this is what I'm doing right now. So I had to be okay with that.
We've got the path and the trees and the creek.
That's really
right?
cool.
My brain kind of went wild at first. I was like, okay, I'm gonna make this like narrative, or I'm gonna make this like avant-garde piece, or maybe it won't have any dialogue at all. But really, my ideas were only went so far as until I met my artist, and then it kind of started to take shape. She's a fascinating kind of a slice of like Southern Americana life. She never really conformed. She's kind of lived a bunch of lives, and I kind of became fascinated with that.
Because I'm a writer-director and I'm an independent filmmaker, I don't really have money or time or luxury to waste. So I spend a lot of time writing, rewriting, prepping my stories. So once it comes to shooting, we have answered all the questions we need. Leave a little room for spontaneity, of course, but there's always sort of a distinct plan. With this, it's the exact opposite. And to be honest, that is kind of what excited me about this. It was like, here's a blank canvas. Michael even said there's no real, guidelines. He just wants you to make something.
How's it been working with Lawrence?
He's a great artist, and in a way, he elevates my project more than I guess initially thought.
I was looking forward to sharing space with another artist and creating something beautiful. My son is cool, man. Like, he's cool. Like, I had heard his name in Atlanta, and I, knew of his work in passing, but I had never met him before. Masood, has looked at food as part of ancestral memory and things like that. And I look at hair from a place of remembering who we are, right? And he has a lot of pride in himself and his culture and his community, right? And it's always nice to be able to hear someone's pride and then to see it like in action is really dope. Anything that we, I think, do at Hambidge creates the opportunity to see your reflection, but see even maybe further than that, to see another person.
When you're here trying to focus on a body of work or on an idea, there's something about the solitude that is omnipresent. It's there. It's quiet. When the sun goes down, it's pitch black. You can't see anything, and it feels like it's almost like a character in this experience you're having.
I spoke with another creator, and he also said that he kind of had an epiphany moment on the grounds here in a moment of stillness from quiet. And there's definitely something about this place that, you know, I had no idea what I was going to do when the gates were wide open, like I said, and just had no idea what I would be creating here. And to have that moment, it speaks to the world of creativity that Hambidge has made. It's a place where you come and you unplug, your mind gets quiet, and you do have these breakthroughs.
Everything about this project was inspired from this place. In a way, we're all kind of fighting this creative war together. And so when you hear someone at dinner say, you know, I got so much work done today, and, you know, I spent all day outside painting, you personally feel invested and you feel like that's great. Like, that's great for you. I feel like we've lost that. Like, we've sort of lost that sense of like being excited for someone else's work. And even for me and like my work and some of the work that I've sort of brought here and shared with people, I've been a little bit more outspoken than I normally am. And I think it's because I feel comfortable sharing some of my stuff with the people here.
Whenever I find myself in a position or a space like this, I try to take a little bit of the peace back with me, right? You can't take the physical space with you. You can't even stay here as long as you want to stay, right? So what I try to do is I try to remember the quiet that I felt on the mornings, you know, when I open the blinds up and I see the trees. I try to remember the quiet and the peace that I feel when I'm walking down the gravel path. And I try to remember that the peace that I found here is inside me already. I don't have to be in Hambidge to find the peace that Hambidge offers, right? So it's just about learning how to quiet the mind enough to feel that peace that's always there.